Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today's video, as you could probably guess by the title, by the thumbnail, by the gun you are seeing on your screen right now, today's video is going to be an M16 best class up. As you can see, I've got it fully leveled up, and I do believe I have found the best class up for the M16. And after we've had all the rounds of patches and that, I do believe this gun is now finally at the point where they're not going to nerf it. This is the M16 we're going to get for the rest of the game. So I feel it's appropriate to make a class up for now. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'm going to show you the class up right now. So here it is on your screen. First of all, the sight is the mill-stop reflex. Second is the muzzle being the infantry compensator. The barrel being the 20.5 match grade. All the way down to the handles for the serpent wrap. And then finally, the stock being the SAS combat stock. And in my opinion, that is all you need to make the M16 best class up, in my personal opinion. Also, I am running a shotgun here. Again, personal preference here, what you want to run. Stim shot, Semtex, field mic, can't swap that for a trophy in my opinion. And then next up, because I'm not using the attachment perk read thing, I am using the perk read for the perks. So I am using Flat Jacket, Tac Mouse, Scavenger, Gearhead, Ghost, and Ninja, because these are quite, how would I put it, meta at the moment. Having 6 perks is way more important than having 8 attachments on the M16, or just any gun in general at the moment. So yeah, that is my class up. What you'll be seeing as well is a gameplay with this setup where I go 39 and 5. I do join late on a Nuketown game, but in that video I'll also be explaining why my attachments and my setup is the best setup for the M16 here in Black Ops Cold War. So yeah, let's get right into today's gameplay. Right, hello guys, and welcome to the gameplay section of today's video. In this part of the video, we're going to be discussing why my attachments and why my setup is the best setup for the M16 in Black Ops Cold War. And the reason this video has taken quite a while to come about and to be made basically is one of two things, which is one, first of all, in the second update that we got, or the big patch that came with Season 1, I did expect this gun to get nerfed, and surprisingly this gun didn't receive a nerf. So that was one thing I was waiting for. I wanted to make sure my class setup was appropriate. I didn't want to make it before the Season 1 update and then have it be nerfed into oblivion, be kind of a pointless video. And two, I've got this gun fully leveled up. In this gameplay, actually, I do get it to be fully maxed up, but I have messed around with this class setup, and I do believe this setup that I currently have is the best setup for the M16. And what you're seeing in the background here is a 39 and 5 gameplay. I did join late, but we did pull it out, did go ham in this, and get a couple of kill streaks. As you can see, we're running the VTOL. It's a pretty good gameplay in my opinion, and definitely showcases the strengths of this class setup. And I also want to state one thing as well, and it's annoying that I have to do this pretty much every video I feel, but what I'm going to do is as well, I'm going to leave it in the comment section below, a link to my card tracker, either in the description or in the comment section, one of the two, to show you guys that I don't reverse boost, okay? The fact that I have to state this now on YouTube is very irritating to me, okay? Because that is the current situation we're in. A lot of people reverse boosting for gameplays and stuff. I am not one of those people. I want you guys to know that I'm legit, so I will leave a link to my card tracker somewhere, either in the description or comment section, for you guys to check out, so you guys can see that these gameplays are legit and I do not reverse boost. So yeah, now that we got that out of the way, enjoy the gameplay in the background whilst we discuss my M16 best class setup and what makes it the best setup for the M16. So first of all, let's get into the first attachment, which is the sight. Now this, I've always said, is personal preference. This is whatever sight you want to run. All these sights do not impact aim down sight time, unlike Modern Warfare. So you can use whatever sight you want without any punishment. It's just a case of what looks best for you. And in my personal opinion, it's the mill-stop reflex. And I see a lot of people, when they do kill me with this gun, are also using the mill-stop reflex. It is probably the best sight in my opinion. Cobra Red Dot is not too bad, but in my personal opinion, mill-stop reflex is the best sight. It's definitely the sight you should be using for the M16. Next up, muzzle. Now, you'll probably notice this gun has a lot of vertical recoil and hardly horizontal recoil, like literally next to none that you're not even going to notice. So, in my opinion, you should be using the infantry compensator. And why is that? Because this gives you a 25% boost to the vertical recoil, as in a reduction to the vertical recoil. And the con of this is a 10% addition of horizontal recoil to this gun, and you're not gonna feel that, okay? The 10% addition of horizontal recoil, you're not gonna feel that. It's not gonna affect the gun whatsoever. But the vertical recoil, you need to get that down. You want to be making sure the whole burst is hitting. And if you're shooting at the head and you hit one bullet of the 3, you know, you're not going to be getting the kill. So you want to make sure your vertical recoil is as minimum as possible. And to do that, you need the infantry compensator, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely use that attachment. Next up, the barrel. Now there's a few barrels here. Some people think you should just go straight ahead and use the bottom barrel, the Task Force. It's easily the best one, is it? Absolutely not, in my opinion. In my opinion, the 20.5 match grade is the best because it gives you the 100% bonus to your effective damage range, essentially doubling your effective damage range. And this is important. This allows your best basically the full potential of damage for this gun to work at double the distance, which is way more important in my opinion than having better damage and half the benefit of effective damage range and better bullet velocity with the 20.5 task force. You can use the 20.5 task force if you want, but the vertical recoil and the horizontal recoil, again, the horizontal recoil is not much of an issue, but the vertical recoil being a 20% reduction is a big no-no in my opinion. It's just too much, and it takes away the point of even putting on the muzzle brake that I told you guys to use, because then you're getting worse vertical recoil, and yes, you might have better damage up close, maybe at distance as well, but at the end of the day, it's not worth it when you can't hit the shot. If your vertical recoil is so high to the point where you can't hit the 3 bullets that you need to hit consistently, I don't feel like it's worth using. In my opinion, it's definitely better to just go with the 20.5 match grade barrel, as again, doubling the effective range is massively more important in my opinion, especially with this gun having a fantastic damage output anyway. So definitely use the 20.5 match grade in my opinion. You can use the 20.5 task force if you want to, but I don't believe that's the best barrel for this weapon. Next up, we go all the way down to the handles, and what are we using? We're using the Serpent Wrap, and the Serpent Wrap is basically, the pros of the Serpent Wrap is a 25% aim down sight bonus. So what this is going to do is take your aim down sight speed down from all the way down from 350 down to 262.5. Massive bonus there. It does come with a penalty though, which is a 10% reduction to your sprint to fire time. And yes, this takes it to 467. That sounds like a really bad number. 467 milliseconds to be able to go from sprinting to aim down sight your gun. The thing is though, with this being an M16, you do not need to be able to aim down sight from sprinting. You should already have your sight up. This is a gun where you'll probably notice in the gameplay, I've been set up in power positions, making sure I have my gun up, making sure that I'm ready for the next gunfight. Because that's how you use this gun. You do not run and gun with the M16. You can run around quite quickly with this and, get a few one bursts here and there. But you're not going to be able to run and gun like it's an SMG. That is not how you use a burst rifle. You need to set up, be in power positions, and kind of just be ready and prepared for the gunfight. If you're not prepared, that's your own fault, okay? You shouldn't be trying to reduce the sprint up time, in my opinion, to make this gun a run and gun class, because it's just not going to work for you. You're not going to be able to hit the one burst every single time, and it's just not very effective. So definitely use the Serpent Wrap, in my opinion. 25% aim down sight bonus, with a sprint to fire time reduction that, in my opinion, isn't that big of a deal if you use the gun appropriately in the way it should be used. And then finally, last thing is the stock. Now this is one of two stocks that you can use in my opinion, but in my opinion I go with the SAS combat stock because you get a 10% shooting move speed bonus and a plus 78% aim walking movement speed. Yes, the con is a minus 15% hip fire accuracy, which realistically you shouldn't be hip firing with this gun anyway. It's a burst rifle. It is not what you should be doing with a burst rifle. Or you can use the Raider pad, which is a 30% sprint to fire time, which again I said I don't think is that important, especially with my playstyle with the M16. You should already have your sight up in my opinion, so that's why I wouldn't use that. But it does give you a 40% aim walking movement speed with a 30% hip fire accuracy reduction, which is quite a lot. And if you do need to hip fire for whatever reason, you get caught out or something, you might want to have that extra 15% hip fire accuracy in my opinion. But having the massively higher aim walking movement speed and being able to shoot and move quicker is way more important in my opinion than having a better sprint to fire time with the M16. Because again, you go from a shooting move speed of 6.77 all the way to 7.45 miles per hour. So you're going to be able to strafe quite well. And that's quite useful in this game, especially if you can throw the other person's aim assist off or their aim in general. Being able to do that is massively important, and having a 78% aim walking move speed is going to help you to hit those long shots a lot better, as you're not going to have to do much adjusting with the right stick. You're just going to be able to strafe from side to side and get onto target very easily. And at the same time, the other person's going to have a big issue trying to, put their shots onto you and hit you whilst you're strafing side to side at such a, incredible movement speed. So yeah, that is my M16 best class up. You should definitely use this in my opinion. I don't believe this gun is going to get nerfed anytime soon. I believe we've had the nerfs to the TAC rifles now. The AUG has been nerfed to the point where they think it's okay. The same with the M16. You never know, this might change, but personally I believe they have nerfed everything as far as TAC rifles go to the point that they feel it's okay. So yeah, that is my M16 best class up. Definitely use this class up. This is, in my opinion, the best class up for the M16, and definitely a setup you want to be using is, say, you're going for dark matter, or you just want a very good M16 best class up, because as you can see, the one burst potential of this gun, the accuracy of this class up, all put together just makes it for a very, very serious TAC rifle class up. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Well, it's finished now anyway, but it's a 39.5 gameplay. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, use this class up. give it a shot at the very least. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye!